Good morning, this is an international English language testing system. This is a mock IELTS speaking test conducted by English Academy. So I'm your examiner today. Can you show me your identification card? Of course. Yes. This topic is divided into three parts. So before the main part, I will ask you some personal questions. So are you ready?
Yeah, of course I'm ready.
What is your full name?
Well, my full name is Shuaib Islam Shapno, but everybody calls me as Shapno in short.
Okay. Where do you come from?
Well, actually, I was born on Natur, but I live in Dhaka now due to my father's job and my study.
Okay. Are you getting well with your family?
Yes, I'm getting on with my family. We eat our, breakfast, lunch, and dinner together. We also play various kinds of games together. We also visit a lot of places. So I can say that I'm getting on with my family.
Okay. Do you study or work?
Well, I don't work. I study at grade 6 of Manipur High School and College.
Okay. Which subject do you like most?
Well, I like English and science subject most. If I talk about English, well, in higher education, all the books are written in English. And if I talk about science, well, if we learn science right now, then it will be helpful for the future for our job and our study. So I think that these two subjects are my favorite.
Okay. How do you pass your free time?
Well, I pass my free time by playing video games, walking in various kinds of places, and also do such other things like painting, drawing, etc.
Okay. When do you usually get up in the morning?
Well, I usually get up early in the morning, like 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock.
Okay. Do you usually have a same routine and every day?
Well, usually I have same routine every day, except the weekends and holidays.
Can you tell me your daily routine?
Well, if I talk about my daily routine, as I mentioned earlier, I get up at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. Well, after that, I read my prayer. I say my prayer with my father, and after that, I brush my teeth. I eat my breakfast, and then I go to walk in the outside. And after that, I eat my breakfast and study for an hour. After studying, I prepare myself for my school and go to school, and after that I came from my school, and then I eat my lunch, and after doing lunch I sleep for an hour, and after waking up in the evening, I eat my evening snacks, and after that I study for an hour, and at night I brush my teeth again and eat my dinner, and yeah, so that's my daily routine, and then I go to sleep.
Okay. Do you have any pet or do you like any pet?
No, I don't like any pets, and I don't have any pets also. But I would like to have, birds or cats, etc.
Okay. Let's move to the main part about magazines and newspaper.
Yeah.
So, which magazine or newspaper do you read?
Well, if I talk about newspaper, I usually read the daylight newspaper of our country. Well, after brushing my teeth at the morning, I, read many kinds of newspapers. But as I mentioned earlier, I did daylight newspapers more, and it contains many kinds of information from previous year or some other days, and also it contains many kinds of news about sports, sales, and high science. So yeah, that's it.
Okay. What kinds of article you are most interested in?
Well, I'm most interested in sports, health, and science type articles. So, sports type articles gives me entertainment a lot. I'm a big fan of, cricket, football, volleyball, etc. And, they cast a lot of matches, the previous day on such other days. Like Football World Cup, Cricket World Cup, or also very kinds of friendly match. And I would like to see the results from the newspaper. And if I talk about science type articles, well, by reading science type articles from newspaper, well, I can learn a lot of things about science. And if I talk about health, then I can learn a lot of things about how to keep our body fit. So I can be protectful from many kinds of diseases. So yeah, these three are my favorite topics from newspaper.
That's good. Have you ever read a newspaper or magazine in a foreign language?
Well, yeah, I read every magazine or newspaper in English. So if I talk about newspaper, by reading newspapers in English, I can advance my pronunciation, vocabulary of English, so I can learn my English very fast. So yeah, that's it.
Okay, do you think reading a newspaper or magazine in a foreign language is a good way to learn the language?
Yes, it's a very good way to learn the language. Well, if we read a newspaper in foreign language for the first time, it may look confusing. And then if we search the words in Google to know their meaning in our language, then we can learn the vocabulary of that language, which will help us to learn the language more efficiently. So yeah, that's why I think that.
Okay, let's move to the let's move to the part two. In this part, I will give you a cue card, and you have 1 to 2 minutes to talk about the topic. And here are some papers and pen. You can also make some notes if you want. So your time starts from now.
Okay.
So time's up. So
Okay.
I'm ready to talk about it.
Yes, I'm ready. Well, I would like to describe the Buffet restaurant. Well, I really like this one restaurant. Well, it's very different from other, restaurants or restaurants. Well, we didn't choose this restaurant. My father, senior of this company, chose this restaurant for our dinner. Well, if I talk about its design, the design looks very beautiful from both outside and inside. It also had AC, so we could eat peacefully. Uh, so that's it. Well, if I the best thing is that you need to pay 700 taka to enter the restaurant, and if we have 4 hours in the restaurant, and we can eat many foods as we want in 4 hours. So that's why I like this food very much. I eat many kinds of foods like chicken nuggets, biryanis, noodles, and a lot of cakes. I really enjoyed it. There was also AC I already mentioned earlier. Well, we gossiped together with our family. Yeah, so they also serve many good qualities of foods. So that's why I enjoyed this restaurant very much. That's why I really liked it.
Okay, let's move to part three about restaurants. Why do you think people go to restaurants when they want to celebrate something?
Well, people go to restaurant when they want to celebrate something because a celebration never ends without restaurants or fast foods from restaurants. Well, the new generation likes to celebrate all the ceremonies in the restaurants because they serve good qualities of foods. And a celebration can never end without good qualities of foods. And we know that children likes to eat new foods like burger, chicken nuggets, chicken fry, and pizza a lot. So, and that these foods can't be served in the home. So that's why parents take their children to restaurant to celebrate these ceremonies or any kinds of birthday party.
Okay, that sounds nice. Which are more popular in your country, fast food restaurants or traditional restaurants, and why do you think it is?
Well, actually, it depends on the age. Kids, like from people from the new generation, likes to eat fast foods more, like burger, cheeseburger, pizza, etc. And if I talk about adults of our country, they like traditional restaurants most because it provides our cultural foods like rice, fish, curry, many kinds of mash, etc. So I can say that traditional restaurants are more better and it's also very popular in our country.
Okay, some people say that food in a expensive restaurant is always better than cheap restaurants. So I agree, and why you agree?
Well, I agree because you know what? Well, in the cheap food restaurants, the food qualities are very low and their environment is also bad. And they serve the same food for days over days. And if we eat this food regularly, then we can be sick. Besides, expensive restaurants, they serve good qualities of foods and their environment is also friendly. So that's why I can say that I agree that fast food, I mean, expensive restaurants produces and it serves as better foods. But the problem is people of our country goes to cheap restaurants more because it provides food with low money, and expensive restaurants, because of their higher serving system, they take more money, and that's why.
Okay, now I'm gonna ask you some questions about producing food.
Yeah.
Do you think there will be a greater choice of food available in shops in the future, or will there be a less choice?
Well, I think that there will be more choice available in the future. Well, we can see that not all of the foods are not available in one shop, but in the future we can get many kinds of new and delicious foods, and they will be available in the all shops. So that's why I think that there will be more choice.
Okay. What effect has modern technology had on the way of food is produced?
Well, modern technology has many effects on the way food is produced. If we talk about automatic food machine, they create foods so efficiently and better than human, and it is also very fast to produce foods. And if I talk about microwave, in the past, people used to use fire to make the food warm, but microwave can make the food very warm in some few minutes. So yeah, in the future, many kinds of these new machines will help people to produce the food more fastly and efficiently.
Okay, how important is it for a country to be able to grow all kinds of food it needs without importing any from other countries?
Well, if we import fruits from any other countries, then it takes more money, and they also serve, to give us low foods. But if we, import produce the foods by ourselves, then the farmer can be, earn a lot of money by selling those foods, and the economic system of our country will be balanced. So yeah, we can also, import these foods to other countries to so you can earn a lot of foreign currency. So that's why I think that.
Okay, that was the end of our part. Thanks for your presentation.